Hi, everybody. My name is Eamon, and welcome to another episode of Patman Presents. Today, joining us all the way from London, we have Steve from Navigator. Welcome to the podcast. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. Thank you very much for having me.
You're very welcome. You're very welcome. And those who are listening in who are maybe not familiar with Navigator, can you give us a quick download as to what you do, how you help people and businesses?
Yeah, absolutely. So our strap line would be that we're a MarTech solution that connects brands to the travel industry with first-party data. What that means in real terms is that we are able to access the first-party data of the biggest travel businesses and brands globally. So the likes of EasyJet and United and Agoda, etc. And allow brands, third-party brands like Samsonite or Estee Lauder or anyone who sees value in those audiences, promote against those people across digital channels. So we are transforming the digital marketing of our clients and customers globally.
Yeah, and like you were saying, it's so important to really get access to that first party data. I mean, I'm sure your clients are very happy to give them that kind of moving. And like with that, like what kind of like obviously in the travel space, and like you mentioned companies there that are not in travel, like Estee Lauder. I mean, what kind of industries do you find yourself expanding into?
Yeah, really. I mean, I always, kind of tier it, right? So you've got the businesses and brands that absolutely are dependent on travel, like hotels and hire car, rental car businesses, etc. But generally, when you've got fashion brands, health and beauty brands, anyone that sees value, cars, banking, etc., anyone that sees value in reaching these audiences, these travelers, because they are high spending, affluent, positive people and can make a difference to any brand. So yeah, it's definitely it's difficult in a way when you're kind of when you're marketing our business, the Navigator business, because we've got such a wide breadth and diverse client base. But absolutely, it's pretty much any brand globally that would benefit from a traveler being their customer.
Mm-hmm. Well, lots of people definitely back traveling again. I would imagine that's a lot of companies. So what kind of different acquisition channels are you using? Like, is it SEO, is it inbound, outbound? Is it Google, LinkedIn? What seems to be working very well at the moment?
Yeah, we're still a young business, and I think for us, from a marketing perspective, that it's difficult to, if we went to market with the Navigator brand early in our journey, we were still working out where our position was in and our identity was in this world, what clients we best serve, how we best serve them, etc. So we've been very, very conservative with our own branding and messaging and marketing internally for Navigator. We've heavily relied on our sales teams to go out there and do that for us. So they are the cold outreach, if you like, so the personalized messaging, etc., and networking that they're doing. We are now in a position after 18 months, 2 years, because, as you say, rightly point out, we're in the travel industry and we took a nuclear missile to our business during the pandemic. So we're now in a position where we have that identity, we have a clear understanding of who our customer is and what they look like. And like I say, the acquisition channels for us are going to be, we're in the process of completely overhauling, rebranding the Navigator brand. That includes our website, launching all social channels. I think LinkedIn is going to be a key part of that. But we're also a very agile and curious business. So we're exploring the likes of TikTok channels, etc., because we want to be basically in the places where our customers are and enable them to best understand what we are and how we can help them.
No, that makes sense, and definitely TikTok is a brand. I mean, you've talked to people a couple of years ago, they're saying like it's only all teenagers, but definitely the brand has expanded massively beyond that demographic. And like you were saying, is you're doing a website refresh, and people who are coming from these different channels going to the website. I mean, how important is the website at taking those visitors and turning them into future customers, clients, and happy people?
Yeah, incredibly important. Having built a few websites in our lifetime for the wider business, I think it's easy to fall into the trap of trying to over explain and over provide and educate and give information on a website. And in previous iterations, just overloaded with information, too much text, too much. This is what we do. This is how we do it. I'm going to tell you everything about the business. I think ultimately what a website needs to do, and where we're heading with our new relaunch, is very much like just a very, very basic. This is what we do. This is how we can help you. Get in touch. Come and speak to us. From an acquisition channel, absolutely. Someone has to understand as soon as they land on your website. For me, they have to understand exactly what you do in as the shortest time period as possible, and then get in touch with you, because I don't think there's anything like picking up the phone or jumping on a Zoom call or whatever it might be, and having that face-to-face interaction once you have a general understanding that you can help their business.
No, that's so true. And I think that, like you're saying, the nuclear missile, with everything that happened with COVID, just being able to go out to events again and actually meet people again. And, yes, business can happen remotely, but, nothing will ever take away from that interaction. And that's why business travel is coming back. That's why normal travel is coming back, because, you don't go on holidays by looking at the beach on vacation. You have to be there. And with that as well, like kind of, changing gears a little bit, talking more about you, and what you're doing in your role, Steve. I mean, what keeps you busy on a day-to-day basis? At Navigator?
Everything. I think my downfall is that I can do pretty much everything. It's what I need to excel in and where the focus needs to be, right? So, legal, HR, sales, marketing, you name it, tech build outs, project management, internal operating systems, whatever it might be, I sit across the entire business, because that's the phase of the business that we're in. It's, for me, it is the journey that we're on, right, is the most important thing. I think we've set a vision for ourselves, is to transform the marketing of 1,500 clients globally through travel data, accessing travelers. We have a goal, a vision of where we want to be as a business in terms of our turnover, profitability, and overall valuation in a set period of time. I think we're going to achieve that anyway, right? I think that's an inevitable outcome that we're going to achieve. So for me, it's the journey that we go on as a business to get there, how the team is built, how that we have buy-in, and really our thinking and the environment that we create along the way. So we have a business that is we've done away with traditional hierarchies within business. It's a responsibility-led environment. I am responsible for the vision and driving us towards an outcome, but every single person within the business has a responsibility to their role, right? So if we take from a marketing perspective, our head of marketing, Sarah, her responsibility is to build the brand, right? And get known out there and drive customer acquisition through our marketing channels. I have no right to tell her what to do, right? Because that's why she's been brought into the business. She will make decisions against the brand, and every single person in our business will make the decisions that way. So yeah, I sit across every single department of the business, which keeps me busy. We're also a global business, so we're operating in multiple time zones. We have data partners and clients across the world in every single continent. So pretty much my day starts at 6 o'clock in the morning and doesn't stop till midnight. And my challenge is to learn and to know how to switch off and put my phone away and stop thinking about the business, and be a dad and a husband and a friend at times, rather than just a leader of a business. But yeah, for me, it's exciting and it's fun, because I love it. A, I love a challenge, and B, I love working stuff out and solving problems. So it keeps me with a smile on my face.
That's very good. That's very good. And like you're saying, is like covering so many things. And you also said problem solver. And I think when you're building anything from the ground up, you need to be a problem solver.
Yeah.
There's always something happening in some department that it needs to be tweaked, and you need that flexibility. So now that we're kind of coming up towards the end of our time, what I want to do is jump into some rapid fire questions, put you in the hot seat, as it were. So what was the last book you read, or maybe currently reading?
I've actually got it here, but I'm one of those people that has multiple books on the go. I would encourage anyone to read this book. It's a phenomenal book, but it's the Almanac. Right. But it's absolutely fantastic. The Almanac of Naval Ravikant. So yeah, it's a fantastic book.
Fantastic. So also with this, if you could, click your fingers and let's say, magically have technology be able to catch up with you? Or let's say, if I was to put it this way, if there's a repetitive task that's taking up a lot of your time and you could click your fingers, and whether it's AI or technology or something to be able to do that automatically, what would that be?
My goal is to become an email-less business. I can't understand how after 25 years we're still using this very highly inefficient tool called emails. So my goal is that we completely do away with emails as a business.
There we go. There we go. Well, I second you on that, because it's one thing that can gobble up so much time in a day is just emails. And you look back, what did I do today? Emails. But what else? Not much. So yeah, definitely it's something I can relate to myself. And imagine this. Imagine you go back. It's the first time, your first day, first week, first ever hang at Navigator, knowing what you know now. What would you change? What advice would you give yourself?
That it's okay. I think that it's never been good enough for me over the last couple of years, but I think it's okay. I think what I would have done is I probably wouldn't have scaled the business so quickly globally as well, because as I say, operating over multiple time zones was very, very challenging at times. We probably would have proven the concept in one time zone and then expanded it. But I think generally it's just like, it's okay. Whatever's happening, it's okay.
Acceptance. I like that because I talk to other people in similar positions that they're like expanding, grow $1 billion. I want to build a unicorn, but it's just like you have to have days where you just take a step back and go, you know what? It's okay.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Yesterday was one of those days for me, but yes, absolutely.
No point having a heart attack, so it's good to take back and just chill out. So thank you so much for taking the time for being on with us today, Steve. And I want to give you the last word. Imagine if people were to forget everything that we just spoke about just now, and you wanted to leave them with one point about Navigator. What would that be?
It's probably something to do with life as well. It's just keep things simple. I think we live in a world where we believe that we have to prove how smart and clever we are. And if we take digital marketing as an example of that, we feel that we have to have had a degree in Harvard or MIT and live in Silicon Valley. The fundamental principle of marketing is placing your brand in front of your potential customer. That's it. It doesn't have to be more complicated as that. And as a business at Navigator, we have just taken marketing back to its root foundations and core belief system. And that is what we've done. We've built a business that enables you as a brand to place your brand in front of your customer at the relevant point in time. And anything beyond that, all the complexity around our technology means nothing, because if we can't do that, then we can't enable marketers to benefit from our solution. And I think that's true across everything that we do in life. It's just, if you do the simple things well, you generally succeed in life.
Perfect. Well, it sounds good to me. And if people want to find out a little bit more about what you do, it's I believe it's navigator.tech.
That's right.
They can go check you out. And that is it. So really appreciate Steve taking time out of your busy schedule to join us today. And that is it, folks. So hope you got value from that. I'm sure you did. And looking forward to seeing everybody on the next episode of Pat Monk Presents. So all the best and bye-bye.